MaGmA Interview.
The Go-Go Music Radio Show. Tonight with Ralf Gum.
Hello people, this is Alessio Furia from MaGmA Radio Show, and now we have a great guest for our special interview. I'm so proud to introduce Ralf Gum, one of the best house producers in the world. He's creating music since 1993. He worked with notable artists like Inaya Day, MaGmA, Michael Proctor and Concha Buica. Since Ralf DJ career started in 1990, he stayed true his passion for cool and diverse house music. Harmony and soul and groove, just some aspects of Ralf's typical sound. His Kissing Stranger was the Traxsource top seller in 2008. Good morning, Ralf, thanks for your time.
Many thanks for having me on the show.
How are you?
Well, I'm excellent, I can't complain.
A lot of people want to know more about the person behind the artist. Who is Ralf Gum and where he came from?
I was born in a small German town called Würzburg and grew up in a small village in that area. I did not learn an instrument as a child, but as a teenager I realized that various musical genres such as funk or soul attract my attention. After school I studied civil engineering, but used a lot of time to collect and to listen to records. I simply had the dream to make a living out of my passion for music. I started to buy DJ and studio equipment in the late 80s and to be honest spent more time with it than I used for my studies. And after I finished the exams I concentrated completely on the music, and since then I never looked back.
How did you begin your career in house music, and which were the things that pushed you to start all?
I came across house music in New York in the late 80s, and since then it was my passion. I took quite some time to train my skills at home and then had my first DJ gig in 1990. My first record was released 3 years later on an American label in 1993.
If we come in a club to listen your DJ set, what we will hear?
I like deep and soulful organic house music, and you will hear this in every of my sets. Nevertheless, a good DJ should have a range of music he's able to play, and I never plan a set in advance. It always depends on the club, the crowd and the mood, what you will get exactly.
Realize that great things are
nowadays you are one of the most important icons of the international house scene. You're German, country better known for techno minimal. How is it, the scene, for your kind of music there?
To date, there's unfortunately almost no scene for what I play. But to be honest, it never really existed. I got used to that. Even with the revival of deep house in the form of deep tech, the real house sound is still ignored by most of the German media. But this just made me work harder on my style and productions, and nowadays I play most of my gigs outside of Germany.
I know that you had several tours in South Africa and those people loved you. How are the scene and crowds there?
The house music scene is huge there. There's no other musical style which is as big as house, and I'm not talking about commercial tunes, but about good house music. You can have crowds of 10,000 people on deep house events. You simply have to experience it to understand it. I was lucky that some of my releases became club and radio hits during the last years. When I was the first time in South Africa, I hardly could believe that my music is played on the national radio.
And what do you think about the Italian scene?
With the exception of 1 or 2 gigs, I have unfortunately not been too often to Italy lately. Those have been good nights which reminded me of the mid-90s when I visited the Rimini area with clubs like Echoes for the first time. I have good memories from that time. I think lately the scene in Italy got a bit harder as well. But nevertheless, you still have great places where good music is being played.
During the years, the music scene changed with the add of more electro taste, and the taste of the people that goes to the club changed too. In all of your career, did you ever found in trouble with crowds that do not appreciate the music that you play in that particular moment?
If a DJ plays a lot of gigs and says that all of them are amazing, he's probably a liar. But I try to avoid to be booked in locations where my sound does not fit at all. As well, the 20 years of experience I have as a DJ help me to not get in real trouble.
MaGmA Interview.
What about the work in the studio? How much time do you spend there?
If I'm not on tour somewhere, I'm in the studio as much as possible. It always depends on how much office work has to be done for the label, but I'm in the studio at least a few hours every day.
Please tell us, how do you work? Maybe some info about your studio.
I have a very powerful PC and I work with Cubase. Of course I have a bunch of plugins and VST instruments, but as well I still have and buy hardware. When I play instruments myself, I do a lot of things with my original Fender Rhodes, the Juno 106 or my Moog Voyager. I'm somebody who likes working alone, especially when doing beats or percussion. But as well I have a keyboarder who I work with on all productions, and I use a lot of different musicians to record with.
Which things inspire you to produce music?
It can be everything, other music or every other art in general. But most times inspiration comes when I turn on my machines, sit down and work.
What should we expect from you and your label in the future?
There are a lot of things in the pipeline, releases from various artists from all around the world. But my personal main focus is currently my second artist album, which I like to finish in the first half of 2011.
Would you like to give some advice to the young DJs that want to start this career?
I would say take your time to train your techniques as a DJ before you go and play at a club. Don't expect things to happen too fast and don't push too hard. The best is when things happen naturally.
Wednesday night, a roof, nothing fucking with my groove. Surrounded by nobody with nothing to prove. Had my man with me, had some wine, a moon. The first time Sarah seeing New York City lights. No trouble inside until they took his love prisoner on West 12th Street and watched as they drove away. Her in the backseat, chain, my people beware. Look around before you get down. Said she was guilty, but he tried to say she was. Oh, he wouldn't listen. My people beware. Leave it home and leave it alone. They took his love. And they prisoner. They took his Ain't no way, treat a lady just rude. Fucked up the whole mood. Surrounded her like there's something to prove. They know they could let her go, barely a time. Just for that they're wasting everybody's time. And he won't last one night without her by his side. Prisoner of West 12th Street. Her in the backseat, chains, beware. Look around before you get down. Said she was. Oh, he wouldn't listen. My people beware. Leave it home and leave it alone. Oh, they took his love.
And this was Ralf Gum, one of the most respected DJ in the world, owner of Go Music label. Thank you so much, Ralf. See you next time.
Many thanks, Alessio. My pleasure.
MaGmA Interview.